Well, my name is Michael, and the school I went to is Mississippi State University. I was the vice president of recruitment, so I would go around campus setting up events and advertising for all us, what we
Awesome.
do, all those types of things.
How did you first hear about MedLife? What initially drew you to it?
Well, I was on campus and I was a pre-med at the time for chemical engineering, and I knew there had to be some sort of med-related group, and I wanted to start doing some type of like missions trip or something medical, but something that really helps people where you go and you do a thing and it benefits others. And some of my friends at the biology building, I went over there and I started knocking around and they told me about this club or this organization, which I thought was a club on campus at the time. So I went and I signed up, I got involved.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Awesome. And did you end up traveling with your chapter?
No, unfortunately, I had to go home and help with something, but I did organize a trip to Peru for us.
That's great. Can you tell us a bit more about what it was like to organize that trip?
Sure. Well, we had to get funding for it because some of the students didn't have the financial means. So me and some of the others, we had this little online thing we kind of did, and we asked people to fund us. We explained to them why and all the things we were intending to do with it. And I know some of my friends that gave money, some of the older folks back home, I explained to them exactly what we'd be doing with the money because they were, worried that it was just some random club thing. And they were really happy and really glad to see that we were actually taking the money and using it for a good purpose, and a purpose that's not just some fun club event, something that'll maybe inspire us to go further with that and actually go out to another country and help people, and then maybe go back as doctors or something else. So that was very fun to get that organized, and I was very much one of the people that they let me just go organize the events and get it going, and then it all flow from that.
That's amazing. So you mentioned that you originally planned to go to med school. What was the turning point for you to decide to turn into engineering?
Well, I was very interested in med school. I took my MCAT. I did all the shadowing and all that. But then towards the very end, I realized that while I do enjoy medical, all sorts of things medical, I also like to organize things and build stuff out for people. And I saw there's a big need, especially in like Doctors Without Borders and things like that. A lot of them will have equipment that's breaking or a disorganized system, and they're there with the skills and the talents, but I realized I think I would love to eventually help build out those systems and design it so that they can more easily help people faster, less equipment breakage, more data and information to kind of give them a better idea of who to help and when, all that. So that was kind of a turning point when I saw not just my chapter, but a lot of the chapters, they did all these things and stuff would still break. And I thought, I could fix that. So.
Yeah, that's incredible. So do you think that, in other words, your time with MedLife has kind of influenced the way that you show up in your workplace now? Has it influenced any specific skills that you've gained through being involved with MedLife?
I think it definitely changed my perspective on everyone always talks about how many people in the world need help and a lot of medical help and things like that, but no one really talks about how many people want to give the help. And that was a huge thing I think MedLife helped me realize was I was always aware of this ambiguous, everyone needs medical help of some sort. They need a doctor or this. But I always assumed that it's 1 out of 10 people that are willing to help. But once I kind of got involved in MedLife, I realized, I have a lot of friends that want to help. They just didn't know how. They didn't know where to sign up. They didn't know how to use their talents for med-related things or just helping. So in my club, there were a lot of chemical engineers. So that was a big thing for some reason. And there were a lot of psychology majors and sociology majors and actual med school majors. And kind of seeing them all come together, usually we're all very away from each other, but seeing them all come together and use their talents really helped me realize that I suppose that there's way more people willing to help than you realize. They just don't know how. So after that, that's helped me in my workplace and other places realize maybe I need to take a step forward and maybe I need to show people, if I can, how I think they could help. And whether I'm thinking the right way or not, that may be enough to get them to go forward themselves, take the next step. So that's been a big thing I got from
I have two more questions for you, and then I'll send you on your way. So, do you think that midlife is beneficial for people who are still maybe unsure of their career path?
Even right now, I'm doing this, but I will go back into med at some point again, a little further back into that. And I could see me being involved in MedLife. I know my younger sister, her campus doesn't have it, but she would love for them to have it. When she saw me get involved on my campus, and some of my friends did. So yeah, 100%. I think that would really help her solidify her choices.
Yeah.
She's doing radiology right now, but she doesn't know if she should go towards med school or nursing, and I think she needs a med club to really show her the benefit in the community and further outside of that.
And my final question for you is, if you had to give advice to someone who's unsure of their career path, what would you tell them?
I think the thing that struck for me was I was always stressing how to figure out how should I be a better engineer or doctor, this and this. And I eventually, like with MedLife, something that y'all helped me realize was I needed to focus more on the why. And once I started focusing on this is why I want to help people, because it's good for them, it's good for the community, it builds me up, it builds them up. Once I started focusing on why, I was less concerned with how I was going to do it, whether it's med or engineering. How will come later, but I started focusing more on the why when I was with the club, and that was super helpful. I was not as concerned about, will I make med school at Harvard or will I be an engineer? MedLife was really good for the why I'm helping people. Less stressed about how I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Well, thank you so much, Michael. Those are all my questions that I have for you.
All right. Well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking your time to talk to me today.